So the Amaze Trust was started in 2012. So we are almost, in September, we'll be 10 years old. We registered it in 2012, but we started actively doing some pilot programs in 2013. And it was from 2014 that we started these programs that we're talking about, where we worked with adults with autism per se. In 2013, we were doing more individual support like remedial, and we had a program called Daksh for 5 to 15 years, and that was active from 2013. So the programs are inspired by the students that we encountered, which includes my son, Nishant, who's on the spectrum. He's 26 years old. Just request everybody to stay on mute while I'm speaking. Thank you. So, and as well as some of his friends who were not able to fit into mainstream academic education, at the same time showed a lot of interest in a lot of things like cooking and arts and physical fitness and technology. And so we were looking at leveraging those interests they had, their sensory differences itself, to enter their world, and then find a method of bringing them to some level of literacy. And we use something called process-based learning. I'm not going to define or explain that now, because as we go along, you'll get a hang of what we mean by process-based learning, versus like as against just using imitation or conditioning or ABA, which is usually used. And we use technology as a bridge. So that is one differentiator for all our programs. We use technology as a support, and it is very much connected to what they need in life. So the whole goal of the Amaze Trust, as well as the programs we run, is to build these 4 areas: the life skills, independence in completing something, fitness, as well as finding a way to engage themselves and possibly employ themselves. And so it involves a lot of exploration initially. We have these 4 core programs: AMEA, which is a in-person training for 16 and above. And we have these online courses now, life skills to literacy. So basically you should be above 12 years, 13, 12, 13. That's the age group we look at. Then we also have one-to-one help for, which is technology based. So technology-based intervention. Vijaya, can you just mute those people who are?
Okay.
So there is Daksh, which is technology-based in-person or online intervention. Right now, just available online. So this is like one-to-one, where we work on some specific skills. And then we do have a sports, fitness, and social skills training center. We have a space, an outdoor fitness space. I also do individual assessments and program planning. Basically, that's led by me, most of this part. The awareness and training programs also led by me. And we also facilitate adventure camps. We've done over 20 adventure camps for families and persons with special needs, as well as art festivals and what we call the Indian Congress for Persons with Disability, which is essentially building cross disability connect and cooperation, as well as self-advocacy. I really need, I'm going to make, Sarvanan, I'm just making you also the co-host. If you can mute those who are, yeah, thank you. So we are looking at these skills for autism that are difficult. They have difficulty sitting, they have difficulty with attention, motivation, they have difficulty with listening, switching, transition, and organization. We're trying to target these skills by customizing the content. Whatever content we develop We try to customize it to the interest of the student, make it functionally relevant to them. And we are not particular the student has to verbally respond or has to type or has to write. So any response mode is accepted. Even in the online classes, we use a lot of Zoom where the first child or the student can circle or they can, point or whatever response mode we are okay. The focus is on independently trying to understand and give the answer. And whatever prompting is based on their learning style. And it's not just prompting for the content, it's prompting for attention. How do we keep the attention of the child? How do we build the motor planning rather than just the content? And we believe in volume control of the facilitator and voice modification, because most of our children or students have auditory sensitivity, and also video modeling for skill learning. So these things were all integrated. Earlier, we only had a in-person program till 2020 before the pandemic. The online was just the Daksh module where we would help individuals. We didn't have a group online program, which is what now we are offering. We started it from June of 2021. So this is our in-person program that we had, which we call AMEA, the Amaze program for mentoring and empowerment of young adults. And it is based on a positive belief that every person has some competence, and that if they are given the scaffolding, they will learn, and they need to also be given positive behavioral supports, and the program should be based on their individual learning styles. And if we follow what is called as process-based learning, we saw very good results. So the skill training focus was on these skills: job skills, social skills, life skills, culinary skills, housekeeping. And the literacy was more on technology, communication, cognition, and creativity. And the exploration was with fitness, art, music, movement, and drama. And it is based on a very core need for each of our individuals to be productive and happy. So the curriculum is interlinked. It's a holistic curriculum. There is no, like, we are not following NIOS or we are not following academic curriculum. It is based on their very day-to-day activities. So even if the child is doing nothing, even based on their daily living skills, we connect it and build them to literacy and bring them to digital literacy also. And we'll see again how that happens in the demo today. And when we're looking at technology-based skills, we are looking beyond data entry and typing. We want them to be able to create content, and we've seen our students, they create content now for our own programs, digitizing, and our students also are able to make logos and icons after the graphic arts program. And they also create educational kits. We have some standardized kits and we get some customized orders also. And we've also done orders for preschools and all, and they have helped with that. So besides that, today I'm here to talk about the literacy online learning modules, which are very new. And we've been offering this from last year. We've done about 10 to 12 courses, and the feedback has been really good. And we really designed this in the pandemic time where people had a short time frame, a short attention span. So these courses are for 8 weeks. And every week we have a live class with you. And then we share the content with you as a group. The child can attend on their own or be supported by the parent. And then we give you a set of digital worksheets. For this, you will need to have Microsoft Office version 2016 or later to be able to use our worksheets. And then, every week it is a graded, thought out curriculum, which I'll be sharing with you. And it is in these areas: the culinary skills, functional maths, daily living skills, social skills, graphic arts, and brain gym. So what we're doing is, in June and July, we offered the first 3. And in August and September, we're offering the next 3 at the basic level. And then in November, December, we'll go back to the first three, the intermediate level. And then similarly, we will go back in uh, next year in Jan to March, and we will offer the intermediate level. So this is how we have designed it. So the objectives are again similar, to leverage the abilities and interests of the student to help them become more independent. So we'll be sharing a lot of visuals, the script, the stories, the steps, and help them to navigate the social world and regulate in different situations using the tools and social stories. And then it's also to help them acquire the basic literacy skills in terms of the language or the calculations or the digital literacy. So through the brain gym, we hope to get the body and brain ready for learning. And then through the culinary skills, we want them to be able to follow a visual recipe and cook some, simple healthy meals. And through the maths curriculum, we are looking at them understanding the basic functional maths concepts relating to measurement money and start using the calculator to do that. And we want them to be able to follow a visual to complete basic life skills like bathing, brushing, toileting, as well as some daily living like housekeeping skills like cleaning the table, setting the table, etc. Also to be able to follow a visual. That skill itself we try and build and interpret social situations and interpret social rules. We're looking at building a vocabulary in English as well as the language skills, which is associated to these things. So we are not going in an order of first standard, second standard, 3-letter word, 4-letter word, phonics, etc. We are taking the vocabulary relating to this content itself and helping them to build the skills of spelling and sentence making and all that. And through the digital art program, we want them to create some simple graphics and digital artwork. And overall, since everything is offered through technology, so we want them to be able to use the MS Office tools. So if you don't have it, it can be notebook based, but then you will not achieve the digital literacy skill. So we're looking at MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Paint, typing, navigating Zoom, Zoom etiquette, etc. And we also will be sharing at the end of every course a self-assessment tools where you can check the vocabulary, learn whether they are able to understand the representation and usage. You can pick off the response modes they are using. Are they identifying at picture level? Are they spelling? Are they writing it, typing it? You can check the digital skills, have they acquired it? All the toolbars and navigation. And also we give detailed steps for each skill. So you can see which steps they are doing independently and what sort of prompts you are using. So the first course that we are offering this in August and September is the social skills curriculum, the basic module, and the overall, the broad topics we'll be covering are privacy and safety, relationship boundaries, and emotional regulation. We'll be doing a detailed demo on this shortly. So here we are looking at, things like the child understanding what their body as they're growing up, private and public, personal space, understanding emotions, understanding how to regulate them, giving them tools to regulate them. So that is the broad scope of this. And of course, relationship boundaries like friendships, who's a stranger, what is the touch that is okay, what kind of, who can you hug, who can you, not, who should you not touch at all, and where can you be touched. All this kind of things will be covered in the course. So this is roughly what it is: growing up, private and public, personal space, touching rules, friendship rules, emotions and feelings, coping with anger. And we are using a tool called the zones of regulation for them to check and find out which zone they are in, and hence take the make a choice about what kind of coping they would like to use in that zone. So how they will achieve it? They will, by watching the video of the skill, we'll be presenting it in the class, and then we save it as a MP4. so that you can keep it on your phone and play it to your child again and again, so they can review the steps and the rules. And then in the worksheets, they can identify the vocabulary, label the vocabulary. We also, give them exercises where they can read the vocabulary with or without the picture, crossword, word search, spelling. All this is incorporated in the worksheets. So at the end of it, they understand the steps and rules. They're also becoming literate as far as the vocabulary. And at the end of the course, we aim at them reading simple sentences, sequencing it, even creating their own sentences. So this is as far as the social skills curriculum goes. And then we have the digital arts curriculum or the graphic arts curriculum also offered parallelly. This will be on Fridays. The social skills will be on Mondays, 4 to 5 p.m. every Monday. And the digital art will be 4 to 5 p.m. every Friday. So again, here it's a graded program where mainly we're using MS Paint. We're looking at the student gaining, visual perception skills like matching colors, shapes, sequencing. So all these are given through paint worksheets, figure ground, symmetry, comparison, visual closure. Then we go on to tracing various things like lines, curves, and then pictures, joining the dots, drawing lines, curves using auto shapes. So these are the tools in Microsoft Paint. We make them use all those tools to create, art pieces, designs, graphics, patterns, abstract art. So we give a lot of practice with all this scenery. And at the end of it, they will be able to use MS Paint quite fluently. The third program we are offering, which is on Tuesdays, 4 to 5 p.m., is the Brain Gym program. Now, this is not digital. So first of all, we will not be, the exercises will be demonstrated and taught live, and we'll be giving you a video, a demo video link, which you can refer to later on for practice. So this is aimed at bringing motor coordination, emotional regulation, attention and focus, and learning readiness. We feel this is very important for our children to also have a program that helps them to attend better, to feel better, and to be ready for learning. We will be sharing with you a document every week, which will explain the steps for the exercise as well as the benefits. And that the trainer is a certified trainer, so she will be also explaining the connection between each exercise and possible outcomes by doing the exercise regularly. So all the types of brain gym exercises will be shared. It is a 2-part course, so we'll be doing there are about 26 exercises in brain gym, so we'll be doing 13 now and 13 in the intermediate course, or roughly that thereabouts. So we also go with the group as to how much they're able to pick up and complete. We did try the first time we did the course, we tried to fit in all 26, but it was kind of rushed. So we've broken it up into 2 parts now. Please mute yourself. So regular follow-up sessions once a week, live sessions are also available, or if you're comfortable following up on your own, you'll always have the notes and the demo available. So for all these things, the outcomes, you will understand brain gym, you'll learn the basic set of exercises, you'll know how to observe the changes after the exercise. The teacher will be telling you about variations and adaptations in case your child, say, is not able to do it sitting or standing up, then how you can do it sitting down, or is not able to bend or something. So she will give the adaptation for that, and also help you plan the exercises throughout the day, when to do which exercise. And as I said, there'll be review sessions. Yeah, so we also, these courses are the ones that we already finished in June. The daily living skills and housekeeping curriculum. I'm just going through it briefly for you. We finished the culinary skills basics curriculum, as well as the functional maths curriculum. These things are already done over for this year. We will offer them again probably only next academic year, maybe next June. But they are all available if you need on a one-on-one basis. Of course, we have limited slots for that also. So if you need more information on us, you can go to these places. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, yeah, and we also have a website which is amazetrust.org.